Good morning, Guardians. The Hijabi Gamer here, and yes, the microphone, it's my gaming headset. My setup is almost complete. I'm almost done getting everything done. I still need to just hook up the microphone with the arm and the camera with the arm, and the Ethernet cables, because I like to use wired internet. I needed to replace one of my Ethernet cables, so I had to wait until Monday. And then I'll admit I came home from work and played Destiny 2. Because that's what I do. I play video games, okay? And the Xbox 360 needs to be plugged in. Otherwise, everything is plugged in and good to go. Cat has a new cat tree, but that's why I'm using the not so good microphone today. I will have the good microphone plugged in and ready to go by tomorrow. But I wanted to make this video, so this week in Destiny 1, I'll admit I don't have Challenge of the Elders yet. I will solo it once I get everything hooked up. But I will give you the latest on everything else. So for this week in Destiny, we have, first off, for Crucible, doubles. So 2v2. Leave no ally behind and no enemy standing. I'm going to guess that this shouldn't be that difficult to get into. It's only 4 people. 2v2. But I've heard Crucible isn't exactly easy to get into. Let me know in the comments if you try doubles. I mean, again, it's 2v2. It shouldn't be that hard. You get a Treasure of Ages box, 10 legendary marks, which honestly, yeah, legendary marks are good to have, but at this point there's so many other ways to get legendary marks, it's not a big deal. And you can get Treasure of Ages boxes easy too. But let me know down in the comments if you try to get into Crucible. Doubles, as I said, it's not like it's a 6v6 thing, it's a 2v2 thing. So only 4 people. Hi, cat. Anyway, next we have the weekly story playlist, which is one of my favorite things. I mean, this is what I miss the most. Why doesn't Destiny 2 have this? Where you can literally pick any mission. That aside, you have the weekly story playlist, which is heroic stories. This week we have the Taken War. I like the Taken War. I think the Taken War is one of the better DLC. I think the Taken War is better than the Witch Queen. But, anyway, for the Taken War, the modifiers are heroic. It's going to have heroic. There are more enemies and they are more aggressive because they are pissed at you because you're trying to do the whole thing all over again. So like, you already killed us once, why are you killing us again? So heroic. Then you have brawler. Guardian melee damage is greatly increased. This includes the hunter's throwing knife. I remind people of this. The hunter's throwing knife is melee, so your throwing knife is going to have increased damage. I always recommend this, but for new people, I always recommend Knife Juggler. Precision kills with throwing knife immediately resets its cooldown. So every time you get a precision kill, you can basically do precision kill after precision kill with Knife Juggler. Just keep in mind, shanks, fallen shanks are not precision kills. Yeah, that you're not going to get precision kills, so you're going to have to. It's not going to reset your throwing knife cooldown. But this is melee for the hunter. So it's great. So with brawler, it includes that. And finally, my least favorite, exposure. I've already said this. The best way to deal with exposure is Red Death. Each kill heals you and speeds up reloads. So this is a great weapon to use whenever exposure is in the running, because it heals you, so you don't have to worry about the fact that exposure is basically guardian shields are increased but do not replenish. They have a new kind of exposure. It's not in Destiny 2, where it's like when you're doing those missions where you're doing the severance and it's like your health is greatly decreased. Your health regeneration is greatly decreased unless you're next to another guardian. Especially someone who solos everything. But that's the best way to deal with exposure. Red Death. The cat's tail is distracting me. So for the SIVA Crisis Heroic, alright, you have so strikes. I like strikes. You have heroic, of course. Enemies appear in greater numbers and are more aggressive. Solar burn. Nice. I like Solar Burn, especially as I primarily play as a gunslinger in original Destiny, and in Destiny 2 I play as an Arc Strider. But Solar Burn is awesome. Then you have small arms. Primary weapon damage is favored, which is awesome if you have something like Abyss Defiant, because that means you get double the advantage. You get the advantage of Solar Burn, and you get the primary weapon damage advantage as well. That's one of the raid weapons, which is why I really want to do Destiny 1 raids, because there are a lot of adept weapons that I'm missing. These are exotic primary weapons with elemental burn, like Fang of Iriut, which comes from Crota's End, or Abyss Defiant. So these are great weapons to have. Then there's Zala Supercell, but that's not a raid weapon, but that's a great weapon as well. Finally, you have Ironclad. More enemies have shields. Yeah, it's not that bad. At least it's not match game. Match game is a pain in the rear to deal with. Her tail is so distracting. It's out of the corner of my eye. I can see this little tail flicking. Anyway, wait, I didn't mention weekly story playlist is the best way to earn legendary marks. You could get over 100 doing them. Then, and a Treasure of Ages box. And then, SIVA Crisis Heroic. You could get 30 legendary marks and a Treasure of Ages box. Then you have the weekly Nightfall Strike. The weekly Nightfall Strike is the Echo Chamber, which is on Venus. And it is, where is it? This one here. This one, I think, was originally a PlayStation exclusive. Correct me if I'm wrong. But the Echo Chamber, I believe, is the one with the funky squid that floats and the walls that move. I did solo this one a very long time ago. There are these Vex snipers that appear on the plinths. I think I did it as a Void Night Stalker. She seems to be preparing to hack up a hairball now. Anyway, I did it as a Night Stalker, so it's the Echo Chamber. I think this is one of the PlayStation exclusives that eventually came to Xbox. It's pretty cool. I liked it. I remember liking it. It was one of the more creative ones. The modifiers are epic, so it's heroic on steroids. Heavily shielded and highly aggressive enemies appear in greater numbers because you piss them off even more. Then you have Berserk. Minions of the Darkness won't flinch even after massive damage, which, especially with the Cabal, thankfully there's no Cabal in this Nightfall, it surprisingly has a bigger effect than you realize. I used to take Berserk for granted. I didn't until I realized just how much you rely on that flinch. Then you have Fresh Troops. Some enemy squads have been fortified with additional reinforcements. Airborne. Players deal more damage while in the air. And Catapult. Grenade recharge rate is greatly increased. I mean, nothing really stands out. It's just a random mix of stuff. No Daybreak, which is awesome. I love Daybreak. She's staring at me. Anyway, that's the Vanguard Nightfall. Oh, just a reminder, don't forget, you can only carry up to 200 legendary marks. Once you reach 200, you won't get any more. Next, we have, so that's the Vanguard Nightfall. Challenge of the Elders. This is not one of the ones I will like. Melee kill bonus. On the other hand, the Hunter's Throwing Knife, again, is melee kills. So you can get the points for precision kill and melee kill and the melee kill bonus. So if you use, like I said, the Hunter's Throwing Knife, you can get points for precision kill. So you get the points as a precision kill, you get the points as a melee kill, and you will get the, because it's a melee kill bonus, you will get the melee kill bonus points. So it is one of the best ways to get points. That's why I love precision kill or melee kill bonus, because of the Hunter's Throwing Knife. So just use Knife Juggler. I haven't done it yet, so I don't know who the bosses are, but it shouldn't be that hard. Then you have Exposure, which sucks. Guardian shields are increased but do not replenish. I will use Red Death, because that's just great to use. And then finally, of course, recharge of abilities is significantly reduced. Yeah, I know. Cat's staring at me. That's not fun. I think Bad Juju's a good gun to use for that. Where is it? I don't have it with me. But I'm going to be using Red Death and Knife Juggler, and I'll see what it is. I'll probably do it later today once I set up the camera and the good microphone. Finally, so that's Challenge of the Elders. Finally, we have the weekly featured raid. The weekly featured raid for this week is Templar Challenge, Atheon Challenge. That means Vault of Glass. I really want to do Vault of Glass. I really, really, really want to do Vault of Glass for Original Destiny, because I want to get No Time to Explain. Plus, there are some adept weapons. There's some Vault of Glass weapons I want. No. It's not that I want them. These are weapons I need, okay? See right here, the Eye of Atheon. Enter the Vault of Glass and destroy Atheon times Conflux. Shatter the eye it leaves behind. This will give me the No Time to Explain exotic pulse rifle for Destiny 1. Anyway, I would love to do Vault of Glass. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, share this with Original Destiny people, and I'll take a picture of Buster on her cat tree. She looks really, really cute. Right? Yeah, cool.